Hi guys, so in this series we shall model this BMW E30 series and we shall model the 320 IS model in this series. So this series is gonna cover both the interior and also the exterior of this car, and I'll try to explain myself, and even though you're a beginner you can follow along with this tutorial. Wasting too much time, just get to it. First, what you have to do is install this add-on or enable this add-on. So go to edit, preferences, then search for loop tools, because we're going to be using this add-on a lot. Just click on this to enable it, then save and load once you've enabled it. Yes, now let me turn on my screencast key so you can see which keys I'm pressing. So you can see right here at the lower left side of the screen, numpad 7 for the top view, as you can see right there. So shift A to add image, which is our reference picture. So let me load out my reference picture. I'll provide the download link in the description, and also the link to get this reference picture, and also the software that I used to gather this reference picture. So I'll provide everything in the description, so check it out. So now let me load out my reference image. So this is our reference image. Now this reference image is not the exact reference for this particular model, but it's something similar to the model. So we have to use this as a guide to walk our way through to achieve this particular model. So let us get to it. Now let me go to this data property and then reduce the opacity of this image like that. Now this is our top view, and this is the top view of the car. So I want this to be facing this y direction. Our y direction is the green line, so I have to rotate this RZ 90 and then move it like this. Let me enable this move to, or press GY to move, and also let us position it at the center. Let's move this and then move it to this part, which will be our center like that. Then duplicate this with Shift D RY 90 to rotate it in the side view. We're in our side view right now. Then move it and let the tire line up with this green line like that. Then GX to move it back like that. Then we can duplicate this again, move it here, RZ 90, and then move it in the y direction. This will be our front orthographic view. As you can see, numpad 1 for the front orthographic view. These are our front of the. Then let's try to match it up with the Z line, or the blue line, which is the Z axis. So this circle rising this at the center of the reference like that. So these are our fronts. So I want this front reference to be visible only in the front but not at the back. So let me click on this back. So it is visible only at the front but not at the back. So now let us duplicate this, move it in the y direction, RZ 180, then control numpad 1 to switch to the back orthographic view. Then move this in the Z direction and then position it also to line up with this Z axis like this. So now our reference has been set. This is our top view, this is our side view, as you can see, resting on this green line, front view resting on this blue line, and also this red line and also the blue line, and also our rear view resting on this red line and the center at this blue line. So that is it. Let me disable this reference in the perspective mode. Click on the reference, then uncheck perspective, Then select all of this, pressing A to select all of the reference, then move it to a separate collection and call it blueprint, and then OK. So our blueprint has been set that way. So let's start with the modeling. So we need to add a plane to start with this model. Shift A, add a plane, go to edit mode, which is tab, S to scale, like that, then Ctrl R to add a loop cut at the center. Then left click and hold down Alt, then left click to select this last vertices, then X to delete vertices. Then we add a mirror modifier, add modifier, mirror modifier, then turn on clipping, like that. Because if clipping is not selected, this part will be free, will be moving freely. But we want everything we are working on at this part to affect the other parts. That we're using mirror modifier. So we clip it this way. So let's just try to match these vertices with this top part of the reference. Move this way. Take this last one and then position it at this end. Take this two also, move it this way. Take this last vertex and then move it to this point this way. Then let's just add 3 loop cuts. Ctrl R, then increase your scroll wheel 3 times to add 3 loop cuts, and then try to drag each vertex and try to make it match up with the top part of the blueprint, like this. Also match up this part also, just slightly. Yeah, then go to the side view and then select this our plane, then move it in the Z direction to match up with the top part of the car of the reference, like this, that way. So now go back to the top view, go to edit mode, add a loop cut and then move it closer to this part. Also add another one, move it closer, like that. Then add another one, move it to the center and add 3 loop cuts right here. Also add 2 right here. Go back to the side view and also this, make sure box selection is checked at this part. You can use W to switch the cycle. You press W, you see select box, W again, circle selection, W, and then this is box selection. So now go back to the side view, go down Alt, then left click to select this loop, then move it down this way. Go to X-ray mode using this, or you can use the shortcut Alt Z, or just click on this, then select this, move it down, try to match it up with this blueprint. Move this down also, select this one also, move it down. Let's try to match it up roughly. Also the same for this last vertices. Select this one also, move it down. Select all of this, slide it, or you can just leave this, move it this way. Add another loop cut right here, Ctrl R, and then move it up, WG slide this way. So let's try to move this one also a bit slightly, and move this one a bit slightly. Yes, so that's done. So now let's go to the front view, then select all of these and then move it down this way. Select all of this also, move it down this way. Select all of this, move it down. Select all of this, move it down. Let's try to match it up roughly. Let me select all of this, move it up to, like that. So that is the roof of the car done. So now let us deal with what's this? Let us deal with this part of the car now. So now select these two vertices, then extrude it all the way down to this point right here. Then go to extrude mode so you can see what it looks clearly. Then take this and then move it to this point right here. Then select these two vertices. If you go to the side view, move it down this way to this point. And also, let us try to check our reference. So this part goes this way down like this, but this part remains straight. So select this one, move it up this way like that. Yes. So now we can add extra loop cuts. Add one loop cut right here. Then take this on double G, slide towards that point. Add an extra loop cut for this bottom part. Take this double G, slide. Add 4 more loop cuts. 4 more loop cuts. Then take all of this double G, slide to match up with that also. Now we can go back to the side view and try to match it up with the reference. Move this to the front, move this up, move all of this up. Go back to the top view, select this vertex, extrude it towards the center so it can clip at the center. Then move this one back down to this point. So now we're trying to make this, let me see on this top. Yes, so this is what we are doing. This first went like this, came in at this point right here. So this part is the wood, which is like separate mesh on its own. Add another loop cut and then move it to this point right here. Add, I think, 5 more loop cuts and then try to position it also. Try to position it. I think I need one more here. Add one more here also. Then select this, go down Alt to select all of this. Then right click and then loop tools, then space like that. Like that. Then go to the front view and match it up also with the front view. And then move this one up. Move this one up also. I think I have to select all of this and move it in the side view in the X direction like this, just to cover up that part too. Then move this one up. Like that. Or we can select this, match at center, then move this one down this way. Double G, slide it towards that end. Then take this one, move it down from the front view. Just get that part right. You can slide this one down. Take this one, also slide it down. And slide all this up. Okay, I think it's okay this way. Then bring back our blueprint. Yeah. So now, what we need to do now is making this part bottom. So select all of this loop and this one also. Extrude on the Z direction this way, and then move it in the Y direction and move it up a little bit. Now we can select all of these vertices, then F to fill. So now go to the top view and see. Let us bring this one back to the front and then move this one to the side like this. But we're having a triangle right here, but we need a chord, so let us add an extra loop cut right here. Then take this last one, WG, slide it, match by distance, and take all of this, then fill it. Now let us try to space this out. Select this and then select this last one, then space it out. Select this also and select this also, then right click, space out like that. So now let us move this back just to get it or make it look good, and let us move this also back. Let me try to move this to the front, move this down. So this part is done. Let me save my file, and yeah, there we have it. Yes, now it is time for us to make the hood. So here is the hood of the car. So let us see how the hood looks like. Let me draw. So now this is the start of the hood. Comes like this, then it has a little bit of depth right here, and then this place went all the way to this point right here. You can see, and also we have a little bit of height right here. This part is higher than this, so that is how the hood of the car looks like. So let us try to make that. So go to the top view, take this vertex, duplicate it and separate it. Select the vertex, then extrude it all the way to the center, and then move it towards this point. Now let's go to extreme mode so you can see what I'm doing clearly. Then add a vertex at that point, and then move it closer to this point right here, and then add another vertex, move it towards this point, because this is the line that separates the hood and also the side fender. This is it right here, this point. And also we have a little bit of another line right here that is sharpened, which is where the windows cutouts start from, as you can see. Yeah, so take this and then move to that point, add like 4 more loop cuts right here, and then move it closer to match up with the blueprint this way. Then select all of this, space it like that, add an extra vertex right there, and then try to match it up this way. So now go to the top view and also try to match it up also with the top. Move this. And move this. So now this is where the window cutout starts from, this part right here. So we have a little bit of height right here, so we have to like move this one up, and let's say it starts from this point, right, like this. So from this, that would be like this, the chrome, like the tip of the chrome starting and joining with this part right here, like the same line. I just assume. So let's just move this eye, move it down a little bit. Let's move it down this way, and then move this one up also. Let's try to match it that way. Yeah, now select all of this, go to the side view, extrude it on the Z direction to this point. Now you can select all of this, extrude it in the disable this, and then move it in the Y direction. You can also move this up also, and move this down. Also, let's try to move this back also. But I feel like this part like this went like this, and then the sharpness of this part came this way, as you can see from here. So this part is this that I'm selecting, why this part is this. So I think we have to add extra vertices and make this part right here. So let us delete this for now, and then move this towards this point, and then fill it up like that. Also move it back, move it in the front, and then move this one up slightly. You can move this one up also, then fill this one out, then extrude this down, and then move it this way. So we're having something that looks like this. Now I think we have to correct all of this in the top view, then just bring this to this side, and then this one bring it to this point. Let's move this one back, and then try to match this one up also. Yeah, I think that is okay. Let me make this this line that separates the wood from the side fender, which is this one. So now take this, extrude it all the way to this point, and then move it down, go to the front view, and then try to match it also this way. Now we need to add extra vertices. Add an extra vertex right here, move it and line it up. Add another right here, line it up. I want this to be like at the center of the wheel this way. Then you can add, let's say 4, add 4 right there, move it up, try to match it. this way. And add an extra 4 vertices right here. Yeah, so that's that. Now you can select all of these vertices, then extrude it on the X direction this way, and then move it down a little like this. And I think I have to move it in the Y direction also. And you have to rotate this like this. Rotate it on the Z direction like this. And fill this last text. Take all of this, move it, rotate it a bit more like this. Since this part here is bigger than this part here is smaller, this part here is bigger, that's why I'm just rotating it. Make this one big, make this part small. And then go to the side view and let's bring this down to this point. Also select all of this, bring it down. I have to rotate it also this way. Just to match it. And then you can bring this one up to this point. This way. Now we can fill all of this. So here we have it. Let me turn on cavity. And also change my shading view like that. So now, as you can see, we're getting closer. So this part, this is it. It came like this, came, and then this one went this way, like that. So that is our the first part of the wood. Now let us bring this one up, because I see its depth from here to here looks high. Now let's go to edit mode, select all of these vertices. Like that. Go to the top view, then extrude it on the X direction this way. And then move it in the Y direction like this. Also move it up, scale it on the Z as is SZ. Like so. And now we have to rotate this R to rotate. But from the reference, this part looks wider compared to the blueprint. So we have to make it wide. So I think this part is okay. This one is okay. So what you can do is select this, change our pivot point to active element. Now select all of the audio loop, then select this last vertex and then rotate it. That's R to rotate, just to make it look wide. So take all of this, slide it out, slide this out, also slide this out this way, then merge this, or before merging, just double G C to move, double G to slide, then press C to move along this angle. Then let us match up with this point right here, like that. So now what I have to do is select all of this. Let me change my pivot point to media point. Move it in the Z direction, RZ, to this point right here, GZ. Like that. So now after moving, select all of this, change our pivot point to active element. Select this. Okay, yeah, it's selected already. Then rotate this way. R, rotate it like this. So now what I have to do next is add 4 loop cuts right here, like that, and then select this last vertex, merge it with this one also. Before we do that, then just double G, try to match it up with this line, match it up with this line. Then select this last one, match it with this at last. Select this, match it with this at last. Match this also with this, and then match this last one with this at last, like we have there. But we're having some messy wedge topology there. So now what you have to do is you have to correct it. So select all of this, move it up like this. Select all of this also, move it up to this point. Select all of this too, move it up. And let me see on our reference also. I think all of this have to come down. All of this will have to come down like this. Let me rotate it also this way and try to position it well. Then we can select all of this and then SZ to scale and then move it up. Select all of this, move it down a little bit, SZ to scale, move it down, SZ to scale. Select all of this, SZ scale, then move it up a bit, SZ scale. Select all of this also, SZ scale, move it up. Like that. And I think we're good. Let's try to bring this one up, bring this up also. So now what I have to do is space it out. Select this. Oh, you need to match this one also. Match this at last. So select these vertices to this point, then space it. Select this one also. This point also space it. Select this, space. Select this, space. Right click, then space. I think I have to space this one out also. Space out, and then space it out like that. And then we're still having weird shading, like sharpness here. So you just have to move it up, or just move this down. Yeah, you just have to move this down since the depth here is greater. Then we have to bring this one down. So just try to adjust this and move it down. Move it down. Put this down like this. Gonna move this one up a little. And bring this down a little bit. Yes. So now let us continue and make this part. So this depth right here, So what I have to do is select all of this loop, disable this, deselect those, and you just need to extrude it in the Z direction this way. Extrude it to this point. Now from this reference you can see the height here is a bit lesser than the height here. So all we have to do is just select this and then rotate it this way. So the height here is a little bit. You can move it down a little bit and rotate it also a little bit, like that. So go to the top view and then move it slightly to the side, like this. Like that. Then move it slightly a bit more down. Just extrude this and then move it to the X direction to make it clip. Then we can bring this and then move it to the front, like this. Then add an extra loop right here and then move it also to the front this way, and move it back slightly. Yeah, that is it. So now let us match this. Let me see how this part looks right here. So now what I have to do is just take this G C to slide it. So to meet at that point, G, slide this on also, G, and then slide this to meet at this plane to clip inside this, rather, G C. So now what I have to do is select this last one down and then merge it at last, merge this one too at last, and then merge this. No, we can't do that. We can't do that to this point. We just need to add an extra loop cut right here and then take this and merge it at last, like that. Then we need to bring this up, take this and then all of this, then bring it up slightly, take all of this too, then bring it up to this point, and take all of this too, then bring it up to this point. Now move this down. You can also move this down just to make it look nice. Like that. And then let me try to bring this back, slide this back, G C, slide, G. Let's move this and then move this one also backwards. I'm just trying to make this part look good. Take this and then slide it out this way, and then I think that is it. That should be it. You can take all of this, select all of this, and then bring it down slightly. So yeah, let us continue. Yeah, so this good part, I can see from the reference, you have to cover up this part. It's not following the line at all. So let's just try to match it up with the blueprint. Take this, then move it. Take all of those vertices, then move it. Take this one also, and then move it to line up with the blueprint. Yep, so I think we're getting good to go. Now what you can do next for this part is you can select all this double G, slide it a little bit more, and move it slightly up, just like that. And I think it's okay that way. So now let's just continue and let's just start with the modeling of the side fender. So now, first thing first, let's just pull up, take these two vertices and then extrude it this way first. Extrude it this way, and also extrude it again this way. This time around, let's just rotate it to this point, then extrude it again this way. And then go to the front view and try to match it up with the front view. Move this to the side, go to extreme mode, move this to the side. And so move this. Now we can select this and then move it back this way, like this. Okay, now let's go here to this point and then make this part. Take this vertex, extrude it towards the end to this point, and then take this and then take this last one also, then join it like that. So once that is joined, what we have next is just add a loop cut right here. I also have to like match up the number of loop cuts added to match up with this number of loop cuts at the top. So, but before we do that, let me add an extra loop cut right here because this part looks so fat, and then move it up like this. Double G, slide it and move it a little bit more, and take this one, slide it back a bit, and then move this one up slightly like that. Now you can add one, take this loop, this vertex, and then move it up this way. So this part represents this, I think. Let me fill it up. So how many loop cuts, how many vertices do I need to add by this point? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rather. So let me add 5 vertices right here. And then I can just move it and position it. Okay, and so for this part, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vertices. I think this part is okay. I think okay. Let me hide this and see how it looks. So I have to move this one up a bit, move this down a bit. Yep. Now go to the top view and try to match it with the blueprint. So take this vertices right here and then move it in the X direction. You can also rotate it in like this. Take these ones also, move it this way. And match it up with the blueprint. Also take this one, move it. Move this one also, and this. So meaning we have to move this one too. And then move it this point. You can take this too and then move it. You can move this one back like this. Now select these vertices, fill it up to this point. Take this one also, fill it up to that point too. Then add one more vertex loop cut right here, like this, and then move it to the side. You can also move it up, like this. You can move it down a little bit. Just select this double G, slide down, and then mark these two at center, like that. And there we have it. So what we have to do next is this part. As you can see, we're having some, this part goes inward and then this part came this way. So let us select all of this, including this. Let's leave this one for now. Extrude it on the Z direction and then rotate it a bit. Also move it up, rotate it, move it down slightly, rotate this. Yep. So now we can move it to the side this way. And then rotate it a bit. Just a bit, like that. Didn't go deep, just a little bit. And just move this back. So now for this part, just take all of this and then fill it up to get that. And you can now take this, just move it up a bit. Or we can take this to move it, slide it to that point. Also slide this one. Take this also, slide it. You can take this one also and then slide it to this point. Take this too, also slide it. You can also slide this to this point. And I think we're good this way. And then let us move this back slightly, like that. Yep. So now what you can do next is make this fender part. So take this vertex, extrude it to this point like this, extrude again, and then extrude one last time to this point right here. So take all of this and then space it. Let me add extra and then space it, and then try to position it. Let me see. Yeah, I think there's an extra space right here. Let me just take this and an extra vertices right here, and then move it to this point, and then extrude this in the right direction like this. Move it up, add an extra vertices right here. Also try to move it up a bit. And extrude this one also. Extrude, and then extrude to this point right here. We can also space it out, space like that. And I think we have to just move this back in position. We also have to move this also in position, but for now let me take this, hide it, and then make this one to be in position. Move this one slightly backwards. I want it to follow this this part and go smooth. You can just move this back, push this back also. Also push this one back, and then push this one back too. So try to make it have a smooth flow. So like that. I think that's okay. So now let us bring back this also, and then try to match it up also. Move this close, move this close. Move this one closer, and then move this close. So move this one close. This way. I think we'll deal with that later. But for now, let us focus on this. So now you can take this loop, these two vertices, then fill it up. Then select all of this SZ0 to flatten it on the direction. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 vertices right here. I have 3 vertices right here. So I think we have to add an extra loop cut right here. Then space this one out. Also space this one out too. Like so. So what I have to do here is take these 4 vertices, fill it. I want the loop to flow this way around the fenders. So to achieve that, let's just do this. Take these 2, extrude it to this point, I think. extrude it to this point. Let's take this, extrude it to this point, and then take this one and merge at last. Add an extra vertex right here. Take this, merge at last. At that point, go to extrude mode. Add 2 loop cuts right here. Take this loop, move it like this. Also move this one like this. And take these 2 vertices and then merge at last. Take this one also and then merge at last to this vertices right here. So it looks like we won't be needing 3 vertices right here. So let us take this one, slide it, and then merge it at last. We can now space this out. Also space this one out. So we have this, select all of this, then fill it. Take these 2 also, fill and then fill. Then we need to add 3 loop cuts right here. Then take these 2, fill it, and then fill that. So now we need to adjust it. Just slide this. You can take this to slide it this way. Slide this one also this way. And go to the side view and let's try to adjust it also. Take all of these to move it in the X direction this way. Also move this one. And also try to move this. You can go to this view and then try to adjust some things. Let's move this way. Just pull out some. First, I like to apply the subdivision and also the solidify modifier to this part. So now let us separate the wood from the side fender first. Go to press C to enable circle selection and then select all of this, the wood part, which is this point, like this, and then let me deselect this, and then press P to separate by selection, that way. So now what you can do is select the wood and then apply a solidify modifier first, like that. So let us decrease the thickness to let's say 0.02. Yeah. So now select the wood and also apply a subdivision surface modifier. Give it a level of 2 for now, and then let us try to sharpen our edges. So this is our reference right here. As you can see from the reference, this edge here is sharpened, and also this place is sharpened. Also this part right here is sharpened. So let us try to do that. Go to the top view, go to edit mode. Let me disable the subdivision surface in the edit mode and also the solidify modifier, and then Ctrl R to add the loop cuts and press E. E is to remove the loop cuts, to slide the loop cuts in this direction, while F is to slide it in the opposite direction. So we want to slide it in this direction, press E and then F to slide. We are following that blue dot to know the direction it's going, that way. And then we can add an extra loop cut for this part too. Press E, F, and then move it closer to this point, like that. And also let us do the same for this. E, and then move it close, but not too close, just a little bit closer this way. And also let us try to sharpen this edge also. Add an extra loop cut, move it closer, take this loop and then double G to slide it inward so we can create that space. Yeah, and then we can apply the shade smooth option. So now let me try to correct this. This part looks somehow. So let me go to edit mode and then take all of these vertices and then move it to the front this way. Take this one also, move it to the front, just to get a smooth curve at that point, like that. I think we're okay this way. Now let us apply the same modifier to this roof. Select the roof and then hold down shift, select the hood, then press Ctrl L to copy modifier this way and then shade smooth. So let us leave this one for now. Select this one also, hold down shift, Ctrl L and then copy modifier. Yeah, so I think that is it. So now let us continue with the modeling. Yeah, so and this part, it looks curvy, like it is curved and not just straight or flat. It looks curved, so let us try to achieve this part. First let us move these vertices. Let us move it to the front a little bit. Take this one, move it to the front. Take this one also, move it to the front. Take this and also move it to the front, just a bit. I also have to move this one also to the front a bit. Yeah, now we can select all of these vertices, these 4 vertices, and press Y to extrude in the Y direction. Then press SY0 to flatten it in the Y direction this way. And we can also rotate it like this, and then let us bring this one up to bring this one up like that. And so let us try to make this part, like I said, this part looks curved and not just flat like this. As you can see, not just flat like this, it looks curved. So let us take this this O loop, O vertices, and then move it in the X direction this way, like this. And you can select these 2 and then move it also in the X direction this way, and move this one too. Yeah, and let us add, let's see, let us fill this up, fill this, also fill this. Now I have to add 3 loop cuts right here, and then take all of this, fill it like that. Take this one and then move it back like this, and we can select all of this loop and then space it. It's already spaced, so I just try to also adjust it a bit. So let us try to move these bottom vertices, move it slightly in the X direction. Also move this one also in the X direction this way. Let's move this. Also have to move this one in the X direction this way. So having something like this. Take this one also and then move it in the X direction. So now let us sharpen this line. Yeah, add a loop cut and then press E and then F to move it closer to this point like this. And then you have to also sharpen where it is. Yeah, I have to sharpen the bottom parts also, as you can see, like this. So let us add an extra loop cut this way. Oops. Oh. So now we can't add the topology is messy this way, since I said earlier, because I wanted the flow to go around this way, but I need to add this extra line. So what I have to do is I have to correct this topology here. So let me select all of these vertices, double G, and slide it all the way. Take this one also, let me slide it all the way to this point. And I think I also add extra loop cuts at this part, and take these two and merge at last like this. So I'll be able to have a flow that goes all the way like this. So now let me correct all of this. Take this and then space it. Select all of these two, space it, and then let me space this also. Instead of doing that, let me just select this, double G, slide it, double G, slide this one also. Double G to slide this one. I have to slide it back also because this part is too wide. Double G, slide. So I think that is it. I don't want to waste too much time on correcting vertices. So now let us add a loop cut right here and then press E to move it this way, closer to this point, but not too close, just a little bit close. Also, let me slide this one out of the way, and I have to slide this one in like that, just to give it a little space there. And then I think we're good to go there at that point, but this part looks curved, so I have to like take all of this and then slide it out a bit, just to make it look curved, as you can see, like this. Yep. Let me slide this one back in, and let me see how this part looks too. This part looks sharp. Okay, so now to correct this edge here, as you can see from this reference, this part looks smooth. So let us select this, double G, slide, double G, slide, and then press A, and then match by distance like that. We have to correct this one also, double G, slide this part too, and this match by distance. So we have something that looks smooth like this. And let me slide this on closer to this point, and then slide this on closer like that, and then we can shade smooth. So we have that. I don't like using creases, that's why I'm just doing it this way. So now we also have other things to sharpen, which is this line that goes right here. So let us select this, and let me see, we can do it. Okay, yeah. So add a loop cut right here, press E to move it closer, and then move it to this point. Yeah, you can also add an extra loop cut and then move it closer to this point like that. And you can also correct this part too. Add an extra loop cut, move it closer to this part, and then double G, slide, select all of this, and double G to slide, match by distance. But I can see we need extra vertices right here, because if you select this and also hold down shift, select this, go to edit mode, you can see we need extra vertices. So let us use the knife tool, press K to enable the knife tool, and then drag it to this point. and then press enter to add an extra vertex right there. Then you can select all of these faces and then press F to fill it, and there we have it, like that. So that is it. So now let us deal with the fenders. So this is how the fenders looks. So now let us select all of this. Let's correct this. Now take these 4 vertices, extrude it in the y direction this way, like this. Extrude this one and then move it to line up with this blueprint, like this. I'll go to extra mode so you can see what I did clearly. Extrude this part also, and then line it up. And then circle of this, extrude it, double G slide, and also fill up those faces, and let's try to match it up. Okay, I think that is roughly done. So now let us select all of this and then move it in the X direction, then press X0 to flatten it in the X direction. Now go to the top view and try to match it up with this blueprint, like this, and then go back to edit mode. Now we can see, let us try to correct this. We can see from the front, like the distance from here to here is larger than the distance from here to here, and also from the back, also from here to here is also larger than from here to here. So let us move out, let us pull the vertices inwards to match up with this reference. Now let's just select this one, move it this way, move this one this way, move it this way also, move this one a bit, just in the X direction only, not Y, not Y direction, that's X direction. Just move it a bit. And then let's try to make this one like straight. You can see. And also do the same for the rear view to the back. Just move this slightly. Go down shift while moving so you can move it with ease. And go to the top view and let us see how it looks. So how to correct this, make it round from the top view. So you have to use all views to get everything right. Let's correct it in the top view. Make the roundness smooth. Yeah, just a bit. Come this back to the front. All these ones. Yeah, I think we're all good this way. Yes. So now what I have to do next is make this part. Add a loop cut, press E, F to move it closer to this point, and then we can just move it also in the X direction this way. This way. And now I have to correct it. Select this and no, what I have to do now is take this vertex and then move it. Take this other one to move it in the X direction, like this. Take this to move it back. Move this one back too. Yep. Also move this one to the front. And move it back a little bit. Yeah, and let us try to align this also. So select all of this and then press SZ0 to flatten it. Yep, like that. And I think that is it. Now let me see if the distance is a bit more. I think it's a bit more. So let's select all of this. Just move it up a bit. I have to move this on side. Move this one to the side. Yep. Yeah, I think we're good. Now let us sharpen it. Let us add loop cut and then press E, then F, and move it closer to this edge to sharpen it. Also, this part looks soft, not too sharp, just soft. So now let us add a loop cut also, and then press E and move it closer to this, but not too close, just a bit closer, like that, to get that softness. Yeah. And also we're having some weird issue here, which is due to too much vertices. So let us correct this. Let me slide this in like this, and I think that's okay. Also look the same from this reference. Yes, and there we have that part done. Yes, so let us turn on our matte cap and see our reflections. So let me go back to object and then see how it looks. Having a smooth reflection here, also having a smooth reflection here, and then let's just see. Yeah, so we're having a good and nice reflection here also. Yes, let me go back to studio. So yes, that is done, and maybe in the next part we can continue. We shall continue with the modeling. Thank you for watching, and then please subscribe. Thank you.